Hello again, everybody. This is Craig Evans of Autism Hangout, and thank you for tuning in to this installment of the Autism Hangout feature program series, Apps for Autism. Today we have a returning guest. Kyle Tomson has already made a name for himself with Sentence Builder, Question Builder, and the Story Builder apps. And there's an installment on these programs in the feature program series here at Autism Hangout. But today he's back with another winner, and this one is called Language Builder. So Autism Hangout, please welcome today's guest, app developer Kyle Tomson. Welcome, Kyle. Nice to have you back.
Thanks for having me, Craig.
You know, I realize that your programs have been well received and that people are writing you about possible enhancements and things you can do, but it just tickles me that you are building a franchise out of these builder apps. I mean, we've got Sentence Builder, Question Builder, Story Builder, and today Language Builder. So let's talk about Language Builder. What is it and how does it work?
Okay. Well, Language Builder is all about improving expressive language, while at the same time helping students learn how to build grammatically correct sentences. The application uses the record feature of the iPad, the iPhone, and the iTouch, the latest generation iTouch. The student is presented an image, they get to record a sentence about that image in their own voice, and then they get to play it back to themselves and hear their own voice.
Excellent.
So in this way, we are helping them learn how to form ideas about what they see in front of them, then verbalize those ideas, and improve grammatically correct sentences as well. And we're doing it in a way that's really fun. Because I've not run into a single child that's played Language Builder that doesn't get a real kick out of hearing their own voice. And the speech paths that have been doing beta testing for me, they report the same thing. Their clients are getting a lot out of it, and they're having a lot of fun doing it. Yeah,
well, I know kids love the reward that you have built in, and we're going to see a demo of this a little bit later on. But I know that you've been hearing back from people in the field, and they're asking for specific things. And I know that you've incorporated some of those requests into Language Builder, things such as expansion of content, the ability to use photos instead of clip art, and save an email functionality. So can we talk briefly about these three field-suggested enhancements?
Yeah, you know, actually, this might be a good time to go to the application, let you see how it works. I can kind of take you through each one of them as I go through the application.
Excellent. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're looking at Language Builder. Is this the welcoming screen?
Yes, this is the screen that the application will launch into. It's the settings screen.
Okay.
And this shows the first thing that's new with Language Builder. The #1 request that I get from parents who use my other applications is more content. As much content as I put in my applications, they want more.
Sure.
And specifically, what they've asked for is theme-based content, a group of images about a particular subject that they want to drill with their child, you know, playground themes, classroom themes, you know, that kind of thing. And in my previous apps, you know, they had the content that they had, and that was it. And there certainly wasn't any grouping by theme of any of the images.
Okay.
Well, now I have added that capability to Language Builder to allow parents to expand the content of Language Builder in whatever direction that they want to take it into.
Excellent.
And the real key here is this button here, Available Packs. The application comes with 50 images that you can build your sentences on. But you also have the choice of downloading additional game packs at your convenience. And there's 10 game packs currently, and I actually expect to get feedback from parents and with ideas from different ones that I can add. But we're starting off with 10, and as you can see here, like you have a winter game pack. So now all the pictures are revolving around wintertime themes. Places where a child might go during their day. And so, very specific, from a content standpoint for each of these. So I'm giving parents the ability, or I'm just giving them a level of control of the application that I've never given them before, and they can expand the content, fivefold by downloading these additional game packs.
Okay.
Now, the other button that you see here is this Restore Previous Purchases. Once you buy them, you own them forever. So if you get a new device, or if your device just crashes and you've got to get a do a hard reboot, you just hit that button, and then it'll contact the iTunes store, and then it'll give you access to everything you previously purchased. So you have them forever.
Okay. In building this series of programs that you are, this whole franchise, this builder franchise, where you need to enhance one, you're enhancing the others as well if it's applicable. But the nice thing about this is you are really listening to your customers, and you're making this whole thing consistent. So if they buy one of the products, the other products work the same way.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm trying to, that's exactly what I'm doing here. And then some of these features that I've added to Language Builder, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add them as soon as I'm working on a new app right now, but as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to add them, again, where appropriate to my previous ones, so they're all consistent.
Excellent.
Now, before we move on to the other new things, let me take you through this hint button. When you play the game, there is a hint button that by default shows up on the play screen. And when pressed, it will give the student some help in forming their sentence. Now, a level 1 hint, I am giving them an almost complete sentence with just 2 words that are missing that they need to fill in. And a level 2 hint, I'm only giving them the first couple words of a potential sentence. So, for instance, if there was a picture of a girl swimming with a dolphin in a pool, a level 1 hint might be, the girl is blank with the dolphin in the blank. And then they have to fill in the blanks. Whereas the level 2 hint might be the girl, and then you have to fill in the rest. Now, both level 1 and level 2 are text that shows up on the screen for the student to read. So it's giving them the audio, or giving them the visual reinforcement for forming their sentences. Now, level 3 is a little different. There's no text that there is no text that is displayed on the screen, but instead a short audio clip plays, encouraging the student to use a couple particular words in their sentence. So we're bringing in the receptive language into it with level 3.
Okay.
And then if you don't want the hints button to show up at all, then you can turn it off using this button up here. So let's go to the play screen. So this brings me to the second change that I mentioned with, or you mentioned with Language Builder, and that is the use of photographs. You know, all my previous applications use clip art, and I get a lot of feedback from parents saying they like the clip art, but they would also like, in addition to that, more photographs to get a real-world kind of feel to some of the things that we're doing in these apps. And so I've implemented that in Language Builder. Language Builder is using photographs instead of clip art across the original game pack and all the other ones. Now, from here, you've got 3 choices. You've got 3 buttons on the screen. You can either record, start recording your sentence, you can get your hint, or if you want, you can just skip.
Make a sentence about the picture.
And you can go to the next image. So now if we go to the hint button, so now you can see you get the complete sentence, you know, the boy and his blank are blank. So, you know, the boy and his mom are reading. If I go back and I go to level 2, now you just get the boy. And then if we go back to level 3,
use the words boy and reading in your sentence.
So now you get the audio clip of the hint. So let's go ahead and record a sentence. The boy and his mom are reading. So now you can either re-record it or you can play it. The boy and his mom are reading. Now after you've played it once, you have 2 new buttons that come up. You have the next image, if you just want to move on to the next image to create a sentence on, or you can save it. And this brings me to the third new thing with Language Builder, the ability to save an email. And I can't really say that this was a request from SpeechPaths. It was more of a loud chorus demanding it for the Story Builder application. So, I went ahead and I've added it here and in Story Builder. So now we've saved that recording. And we can go to the next image if we want.
Make a sentence about the picture.
Now, if I go to the archive screen, and this is new, the archive screen. Now on the left side, you can see all of the recordings that we've saved. You tap on one of them, and there's a little thumbnail of the image that's associated with it. And now you can see the image that we just recorded a sentence on, and we can play it. the boy and his mom are reading. You can delete it or you can share it. And so you get, when you email it, you get the picture and you get the recording. And so I'll email it to myself and it's away.
Wow. I imagine the therapists and the other people working with the child, the teachers, even cousins and relatives just really enjoy seeing the progress that the child is making.
That's right. That's right. You know, the interesting thing about the email functionality is, of course, this was, you know, put in because speech language pathologists were asking for it. But as I started to play Language Builder with my daughter, you know, she would record a sentence and she immediately goes to the email and then she emails it to mom and then she runs downstairs real quick and then she goes to mom's office and then she plays it with mom and then she runs back upstairs and then we do another one. So it's part of the game. It's part of the enjoyment of it, and that was wholly unanticipated. I didn't even imagine that would be the case. But yeah, that's one of her favorite things to do in the whole application. So that's pretty neat.
I love seeing our kids' imaginations at work. You know, it was so much fun to relate to you. She wanted to immediately go down and relate to mom.
Exactly. So that's Language Builder. That
was wonderful. What else have you got on the bench that you're working on?
Well, that's. I got to tell you, Craig, I really look forward to get back on your show. I've got an application I'm working on right now that I am more excited about than anything I've ever worked on before. And that is saying a lot because, believe me, you get excited about these apps as you dive into them.
Yeah.
This new app is targeted for Asperger's kids. And I am just beside myself with excitement as I get into it. I think it is going to help these kids in an immeasurable way, and it's completely unique. And if I could get away with only 4 hours of sleep instead of the 5 that I do it just so I could code it faster, So I'm looking forward to being back on your show in a couple of months. I figure maybe the end of February I'll be ready to go to tell you all about it.
Okay, I got to ask for at least one hint. Is it part of the Builder series?
It is.
Okay.
So, it's something Builder.
And Asperger kids, all ages Asperger's?
Yes.
Excellent. I really look forward to this because there's so many of those kids out there now that are just grabbing onto the iPad and grabbing onto these tools. Yeah. It's fantastic. This whole Apps for Autism feature program series, I have so enjoyed meeting people like you that have your day jobs, but you've got kids at home that can benefit from this, and you take your learnings and your products and share it with the rest of the world. I commend you and I thank you for what you do for sharing your knowledge.
Thank you very much, Greg.
Okay, so we're going to talk again in another month or so with this Asperger's Builders program. Okay, thank you. Kyle, thank you for coming in today and telling us about your new programs.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you, Autism Hangout. I'll be back again soon with another App for Autism.